This is a common question I get asked in classes, is how do you turn a corner when you're doing a rolled hem? So I'm usually thinking like napkins is where people are probably going to use this, where instead of you serging right off the edge and then coming back and serging again, and then having 4 corners that need fray checking, which is how you would do it, that they just really want to have 1. So meaning that as you start here, we'll turn 3 of the corners, and then as we get back to where we started, that's where we'll just run off the edge. And then again, fray check is your friend with the serger world. Put a little fray check, let it dry for 5 minutes, and then just cut it. So then all the other edges or corners are a little smoother. Now, this will take a couple practices. So I would do what I'm doing is just take a little square of the fabric you're using and give it a little practice. Now, if you are cutting off a little bit, let me go ahead and get started. So I have just a regular 3-thread rolled hem, so I have my stitch finger pulled forward, my lower loop retention is close to 7. Now if I am going to be cutting something off as I go, what I want to do is give myself about 1 inch of that same cut that I'm going to approach, okay? So as I turn that, then this little part will be pre-cut and will easily sit in where the knife is. That's one of the things to keep in mind. The next thing is as I'm going to stitch, and it's going to be a little hard for you to actually see what I'm doing, but when you actually stitch, you're going to stitch right to the edge, and just barely 1 stitch off. Okay, so let's get to that point. And usually I'll hand turn so I can see my needle has gone ahead and really pierced over the edge. All right, bring your needle to the highest position, lift up your presser foot. Now if you look down there, you do notice there's a few pins that the stitches are forming over. So we do need to slide the fabric back kind of off the pin so it's loose. There we go. And as you pull, that means you have some extra threads that are kind of a little slack back in that area. So what you will want to do is if you just take I'll do it here for you, just take some of the thread and just give it a little pull gently on each of them. You can kind of back the little extra thread that you have actually pulled when you kind of pushed it to the back side. Now, here's the trick. If you look from the side of your serger, you will notice that your serger needles are not straight up and down. They're actually angled towards you. So as you go to lower this needle in, it's actually at an angle. So that is one thing that I'll do is usually bring this down and see if I'll see that it's coming down, but then realize that I have to kind of, oh wait, that's way too far forward. But I pretty much want to get the first or the next stitch to take really close to that edge, lower the presser foot down, see how this little guy has already been pre-cut and he's sitting where I need it to be, and we'll see how our first corner goes. I told you this will probably take a couple tries to master if you haven't ever done it before. And then you'll get a better idea of where to set that needle down. That's really the whole trick for turning a corner, is where that next stitch starts after you have turned. All right, so the first one, and it's okay if it kind of gives it a little pull or twist a little bit. Nobody's going to be looking that close at those needle or at that corner there. They're going to be admiring the fact that your napkins all match, or whatever that you're going around here. So I say, oh, well, we'll just give it a go. There you go. I do notice that if some of the fabric is very unravelly, that is going to make this not fun. Especially if you're just working on a single layer, you're going to get to that edge, and you really want to make sure that that first stitch on the new side gets nice and secure. All right, there's my last stitch. One more turn, and we're on the home stretch here. We'll see which corner looks the best. All right, pull my little cut right on through, kind of reposition. Maybe lower the presser foot down. That can help hold the fabric. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Slide it in a little bit further. We'll give it a go. And then here's where we're just going to roll right on over where we started. All right, so corners, that was the last one. Actually, that was pretty good. I was worried about that one. A little there, There, the first one was a little rough, but that's why I said if you haven't done it for a while, give yourself a couple practices. And before you know it, you can go around all 4 sides and have only one corner that you need to fray check.